Hey, what's up, guys? It's DarkArmedDuelist, and today I'm back with
Silver from Silver Collectibles.
And Silver is going to be profiling their
Stun deck profile.
And I am so excited to see this one because you guys have been requesting this one like crazy on the live duel disc, and it is just such an interesting deck. It was really fun to play against, but it's
you could say that.
Yeah, I'll say it, but it was really crazy. But we're getting this one, guys. Silver, do you have any shout outs?
Shout out, of course, to DarkArmedDuelist for letting me be on this channel once again, and shout out to Buzz Plays Games for letting us record here.
Thank you so much, Silver, and definitely check out Silver's channel down in the pinned comment. So let's get.
I just wanted to say, I told you that they'd want my deck.
You were right. You were right.
You told me nobody would want to see it. Everybody's been requesting it.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna profile it. I don't need to profile Stun this time. Nah.
Because you're like, people hate on Mystic Mind, but for some reason love Fossil Dino.
Yeah, so. And this deck doesn't play Mystic Mind, does it?
It does not play Mystic Mind.
It's Stun without Mystic Mind. So
because
yeah,
Mystic Mind is toxic.
Yeah,
so is this deck.
I mean, yeah,
I could run it. But
you chose not to.
I chose not to.
It's okay. So let's go ahead and get straight on this. But yeah, you were totally right. I had like 5 or 6 comments on that video and was like, where's the deck profile? And I'm like, I'll go get it. I'll go get it. Don't worry. I'll go get it.
All right. So of course we're going to start off with 3 copies of Fossil Dino Pachycephalo. This card practically says that while this card is on the field, neither player gets special summon.
Yeah. It
also has another effect that says if this card is flipped face up, destroy all special summon monsters on the field.
Yeah, that is so good.
Really good card. Kind of weak stats, but we have ways to get around that in the deck. Continuing on, we run 3 copies of the most confusing card ever.
Oh no, Expector Mortar.
I'm going to give you all kind of cliff notes on what this card does, because this card is confusing to read. This card says that both players can only activate monster effects up to the amount of cards they control of like certain types, like monster, like it's fusion, synchro, Xyz, pendulum, ritual. So if they have, let's say, 1 fusion on field, they can get 1 effect. Fusion and Xyz, 2 effects. 2 fusions, 1 effect.
That's weird.
It is. Really weird text on this card.
That is so weird.
I'm literally having to break it down like step by step on what it does, because just reading this will confuse you.
Yeah, and what's weird about the card is it can't be normal summoned or special summoned.
It can be set.
It can be set.
There have been times when I had this on field, so because I had another monster, I couldn't summon it. I just set it, flipped it up next turn.
Yeah.
Opponent scooped immediately.
Yeah. I would almost scoop because I don't remember. I don't want to have to deal with what it has to say. I don't.
Continuing on. I do run, we're going over that one last for monsters. I run 3 copies of Condemned Witch.
Oh.
This card says that when it is summoned, you can search for a quick play forbidden spell card. Mm-hmm. So pretty much I run Forbidden Chalice for this for the monster negate. But it also has another effect that's really good. It says that you can, on your opponent's main phase, tribute this monster special summon 1 level 4 fairy from your deck.
Yep.
Let me ask you a question. What's a level 4 fairy?
What are you summoning with this?
Oh,
okay.
We run 7 special summon negates. Like stopping special summon.
Oh, to stop the opponent.
Exactly.
Yeah, 7 stuns to normal summon.
I was testing around with the card after I read it because I was just reading it and I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Like
it stops everything but light.
And it also gives you a monster negate.
Yeah.
So pretty much it's a really good card. Then to wrap up the monsters, I run my favorite card in probably the entire deck, Guiding Aradne.
Oh, yeah.
This card has a pendulum effect that says you don't have to pay for negate spells.
Or negate traps,
negate traps. You don't have to pay life points, and you don't have to pay discards if you run cards that require discards.
It says free solemn judgment.
Free solemn anything.
Yeah, free solemns.
It also has another effect for like its actual effect that says if it's destroyed, you can you can reveal 3 negate traps. Mm-hmm. Your opponent picks one and puts it into your hand.
That's so good till it replaces itself.
It replaces itself if it's destroyed. So I guess you had in like the pendulum scale. They pop it. You can get like any of your solemns.
Have you thought about playing Bountiful Artemis in here?
I have not, but honestly, I like this package right here.
Okay, I got you.
If you go more than this, you can brick pretty easily.
I got you.
I have bricked on this package alone.
Okay. I just thought maybe like a 1-of because it give you extra draws. Because if you're playing very heavy like counter traps in here, it might be something interesting to think about.
Continuing on to the spell cards, I run 3 Pot of Greeds for this deck.
Yeah, pretty much.
This card is Pot of Greed for the deck. I don't think I have to explain Pot of Extravagance to anyone.
Draw 2.
Draw 2. For this deck, draw 2. Continuing on, we do run 3 copies of Power of the Guardians.
Oh, that.
This card is an equip card that says that if your monster is attacked or attacks, so if it's involved in any way in battle, put a spell counter on this card, that monster gains 500 attack.
Yeah.
And it also has another effect that if your monster is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can just remove a spell counter.
Yeah, and that card single-handedly won you the duel with Fossil Dyna against me. Because I couldn't out it.
Yeah, and since you can stack multiple of these, there have been multiple games when I had 2 of them on field and I said, attack, gain 1,000.
Yeah.
And they just couldn't do anything after that.
Nope.
I think the highest monster I've had in with this deck was Light Barrier Statue at 7,000 attack.
Oh my god. That's so big.
It is. Gotta love Master Duel. Continuing on, I do run 3 copies of Moon Mirror Shields.
Moon Mirror Shield's really good.
This card, for those who don't know what this does, it says that practically if your monster is in a battle, it takes whichever stat's higher of the opponent's monster, whether that's attack or defense, your monster's attack becomes that attack plus 100.
Oh, and it gets massive. Basically, you just can't be destroyed by battle.
Pretty much. You have to out this before you can out my monster.
Yeah. Which is so good.
Yeah. So that's it for the equip spells.
I can't tell you how many decks I've activated Moon Mirror Shield with in certain decks, and they just can't out it. And they're like, wait, how do I deal with that?
It's like, you can't.
You
destroy
don't.
it.
You don't.
Destroy Moon Mirror Shield. One downside to Moon Mirror Shield that I forgot to mention, if it's destroyed, you have to pay 500 life points and put it either on top or bottom of the deck. That is not optional.
Okay.
That's one thing that a couple people forget, but anyway, to wrap up the spell cards, we do run 2 copies of Forbidden Chalice for the Condemned Witch.
Okay. Just a good monster negate.
Really good monster negate. Continuing on to the trap cards, we run 3 Solemn Judgment.
Because it's free.
3 Solemn Strike.
Because it's also free.
And 3 Solemn Warning.
Because it's also free.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
I don't think I really need to go into what these do.
Say no.
Stop monster effects. Stop everything. Stop monster summon.
Yeah, I mean, and with
free.
With Guardian Ariadne in this deck, with this, they're free. You don't have to pay 2,000, 1,500 or half.
Exactly. And then I do run 3 copies of Dimensional Guardian. This card says that you can target 1 monster on your field. It does have to be in attack position. That monster cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect.
It is a better version of Dimension Guardian, because that card basically, or not Dimension Guardian, it's a better version of Safe Zone. It's so much better than Safe Zone.
All right, and then to wrap up the main deck, this is the MVP of the deck. 2 copies of Armory Call.
Okay.
This card actually allowed me to beat you in one of your duels. So this card, for those who don't know what this does, it says you can search your deck for any equip spell, and then you can immediately activate it.
Yeah.
So practically the main thing for this is you tribute your Condemned Witch to summon this. You activate Armory Call, activate Moon Mirror Shield on Barrier Statue.
And they can't get through it.
They can't get through it.
Nope. Unless they have like a Twin Twister MST, Lightning Storm.
Exactly.
Something like that. Maybe Feather Duster.
Yeah. So, continuing on, we're going to move on to the extra deck now. Actually, I'm going to go over the side deck first, because it'll make a little bit more sense.
Okay.
So we run 3 copies of Waking the Dragon.
I got you.
Because, for those who don't know what this says, is if your opponent makes this card leave field, summon monster.
Oh.
Any monster from the deck.
Yeah.
Or extra deck, for free.
Like Last Warrior from Another Planet,
Exactly.
Alti Falcon, there's just so many good options.
Then I run 3 copies of Anti-Spell Fragrance. It comes up but right now in this meta, probably not too much.
Mm-hmm.
Like I kind of threw this side deck together. I'll explain what I would change at the end of this. But then I have 3 Lightning Storm because back row, 3 Cosmic Cyclone because if we can't attack because of mine, we kind of, lose. And then Dark Row No More for going second.
I got you. So what would you change in it?
So main thing I would change is probably, especially now in this format, I would cut these for Trap Trick. Because if your opponent activates Lightning Storm or Harpy's Feather Duster, you just set Waking the Dragon.
Yeah.
So this becomes the 6 copies of Waking the Dragon.
Oh, that's so good.
Another card I'd probably drop down to 2 Cosmic Cyclone for a 3rd copy of Armory Call.
I got you.
You could also run some other like power traps in the deck to kind of boost off of the Trap Trick, but I mean, other than that, I don't think I'd change too much about
like
this.
Ice Dragon Prison and stuff like that.
Exactly.
I got
Ice Dragon's Prison is a good target, but if you have Fossil Dyna, you can't use it.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. That's the only weakness about this. If you have your Fossil Dyna on the field, you can't summon.
Nope, you can't.
So if you draw this and Fossil Dyna, you kind of have to pick.
Yeah.
And usually you'd pick Fossil Dyna.
Oh, yeah, because it's so much better.
It is. But now for the extra deck. We run 3 copies of Last Warrior from Another Planet. This card says that when it's summoned, destroy all cards you control. Then neither player can summon monsters.
Yep, they can still set, but they can't summon.
Exactly. So pretty much you just drop this on the field, opponent can't do anything.
Yeah.
And then if you really want to be a pain, drop that on them.
Yep, then they can't get over it, usually.
Usually.
Or you can put Power of the Guardians on it and it keeps getting bigger.
Exactly. And then I run 3 copies of Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon. Once per turn, pop a card, 4,500 body.
Now that works under Light Barrier because it is a light monster.
Exactly. I also, to wrap up the fusion monsters for targets, 1 copy of Mirror Jade.
Just why not?
Because why not? You have these in the extra deck to get over literally any monster your opponent summons. Why not? Then I do run 1 copy of Thousand Eyes Restrict.
Okay.
To kind of, snatch the monster.
I got you. To get rid of monsters that can be targeted.
Yeah. So that's it for the fusions. For the Xyz monsters, I run 3 copies of Ultimate Falcon.
Okay.
Because what are you going to do about it?
It's not affected by everything.
I summon this and tell my opponent to cry about it.
Yeah, they can't do anything.
And then I just burn them for damage or decrease their monster
They
attacks.
literally can't do anything.
So they can't do anything about that. Continuing on to Synchro Monsters. I run 3 copies of Beals.
Oh, one of my favorite Synchro monsters.
Just to keep gaining attack, and just make it a pain to get over.
I got you.
And then I do run 1 copy of Cypher and Lord Omega.
One question.
Yes.
Have you thought about running Ultimate Slayer? Like, Ultimate Slayer with all those different types in the extra deck, you could feasibly run it.
There's a problem about that.
It's expensive.
It's expensive.
I got you, but it is an option that you might consider.
It is an option.
I got you.
The funny part about why I actually... that's actually it for the deck profile.
Okay.
But real quickly, the main reason why I built the deck in physical cards instead of just on Master Duel, I had most of it already.
Mm-hmm.
However, I wanted to get a deck profile up on my channel because people on Reddit were asking for this deck profile.
I got you.
Somebody was talking about stun and asking about... They were actually asking if somebody could explain what this does.
Yeah.
So I'm as a stun player, here you go. And then people were asking, since I'm a stun player, if I had a deck list, and I sent them to them. And I helped a few people out.
Yeah, and definitely check out Silver's channel down in the comments down below. Definitely in the pinned comment, guys. But Silver, you got any shout-outs for this one?
Of course, as I said earlier, shout out to DarkArmedDuelist for letting me be on the channel. And shout out to Bud's Place Games for letting us record here. And shout out to my team, Team Shank. We are trying to get stuff set up so we can go to tournaments and stuff, but right now we're just getting started.
All right, guys. So anyways, guys, this is DarkArmedDuelist. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell there so you can become part of the notification squad, and we'll see you guys in the next video. See you later, guys.